Have you been frustrated, angry, upset when people have said, oh, you'll sleep fine when you don't care about sleep anymore? If so, this episode is for you because these are the exact type of emotions that have been bothering Katherine. Katherine doubts that she'll leave insomnia because she honestly can't imagine how she can give up caring about sleep. And she shared this in the comment section this week. And Sierra replied. Sierra, in fact, hated when people told her not to care. And today we'll talk about what she says helps, what she says now after she has left the journey and she can understand where Katherine is coming from. A really, really valuable comment and perfect if you've had these type of thoughts or emotions. But before we look at that, we will do our weekly roundup, of course. Monday, we had Insomnia Insight number 477, which I think I should have titled The Letdown Effect, just like that. It's maybe a little bit more catchy because it didn't catch that much attention. Maybe it wasn't an interesting topic, but what I talk about there is really how it often feels like as insomnia ends, and that often there's a little bit of sadness. And if that has, if that applies to you, definitely check out this episode. Now, Tuesday, we had Heard Online number 22, and thanks to Dawn, a member of our community, we looked at an interview between a Dr. Chatterjee and a professor from Oxford. And, I just want to emphasize that I'm all about like peace and kindness and being nice to people. So I criticize some things people say, but of course, no hard feelings. I completely understand where Dr. Russell comes from. It's a tricky situation, but it is remarkable that in this interview, this very nice professor, on one hand, kind of implies that sleep is not sleeping is very dangerous, but at the same side really wants to reassure parents and talks about like there being a buffer when you're sleep deprived as a parent. Quite an interesting episode. But if you're looking for reassurance and you want to you're looking for some commentary that explains why we have so much scaremongering in the sleep world, then this episode is for you, as are all the Heard Online episodes, really. And Wednesday, we had our weekly Insomnia Recovery Q&A, where Coach Michelle guested this week. We talked about, the pressure to sleep when we're feeling sick, when we're ill. We talked about jerks and many other things. And I have an announcement, an update here. This time, for the first time ever, in our Insomnia Recovery Q&A, we have timestamps, and I'm so excited about this actually that I want to show you how it works if you haven't seen or used timestamps before. It was actually somebody from the community here who said in the comment section like, "Hey Daniel, you should add timestamps," and then Coach Alina said that too, and then I was like, okay, I looked into it, and now we are going to add these. So the way it works is that now in all these Insomnia Recovery Q&As going forward, you'll be able to look in the comment section in the description. You'll be able to look in the description and see this timestamp. So let's say you look here and you see that, Sylvia wonders why she falls asleep easy on a couch but not in the bedroom, and you're like, oh, I want to hear about that. You can simply click and look at and it takes you right there. So you can now going forward, you'll be able to just get a quick sense from the description and timestamps. If there's a question you want to hear answered, you can just click there and it takes you right there. So super excited about that. Hope you'll like it and find this new feature helpful. So yeah, with that said, we are going to comment on, we haven't done it. We didn't finish our roundup. Silly me. Thursday, we had Bailey on the show. Bailey is a Insomnia Immunity graduate. She's also worked with Michelle and myself independently, and she shares her story. And it's another remarkable, powerful story where she goes from really like quitting work for many months to almost quitting life, like the things that really brought her joy, like her horses and taking walks and things like that. It didn't bring her anything. She was just so deep into the struggle that now she's back. She's living life to the fullest, and it's a remarkable story. So if you're looking for hope and inspiration, definitely a good one. Now let us look at today's topic and today's dive into the comment section. The comments we're going to look at actually are from the Insomnia Insights number 477 from Monday. And Katherine said the following: "Thanks for this insight. I listened because I want to feel hope that insomnia might end someday. Regardless of how I might feel at the time, I'll feel better than I do now. I still have insomnia, and I'm not sure how it'll ever end, since I honestly can't imagine how I can give up caring about whether I sleep or not. I know in my heart I do want to sleep at night, at least a little bit. I'm wondering though, when you talk about a time when the insomnia struggle ends, or similar words, do you mean the struggle has ended and you're sleeping well every night, or the struggle has ended, but some nights you might sleep well and others you might not? You simply learn to give up trying to sleep. To answer that last one, it's the latter. We all have nights when we don't sleep much, but we've given up the struggle of like trying to make sleep happen. But I think even more something that can be even more helpful to learn about is this caring. Like, so often people say, I don't care, I stopped caring. What does that really mean? Well, Sierra jumps in and says, hi, Katherine. I can answer that. The thing is, I really don't like when people say, just stop caring about sleep. I hated hearing it when I was at the height of my insomnia. You can care. Just don't make caring your everything, all caps. You can make space to care, but move on to something else. Everyone cares about their sleep. The difference is we obsess about ours. I still care, but if I don't sleep, that's fine too. I've given space to both options because they both mean the same thing to me now. Also, recovery from insomnia or sleep anxiety is just allowing whatever to happen, not having any attachment to the outcome, as Coach D teaches. Anxiety will be there. Those thoughts and sensations will be there. Let them. Being within the experience of insomnia and not fighting it is recovery, aka befriending wakefulness. The anxiety around being awake slowly starts to go away once you start to befriend wakefulness, but that's secondary. Don't look at recovery as always sleeping. Look at it as being okay with anxiety around sleep and not pushing or fighting it away. That's when sleep will come. Sleep isn't the priority. Learning how you respond to sleepless nights is. Hope this helps. And then she adds, I like to compare being within my anxiety as someone who once tried to fight a rainstorm and now embraces it. Once you see it turning gray outside and then it starts to sprinkle, you can fist fight every droplet of rain that falls down and yell at the clouds, or you can let the clouds and rain come and let it pass. A rainstorm is out of your control, similar to the experience of anxiety. You can try to fight it or let it pass. It will always pass. You can treat the experience of insomnia the same way. Kind of silly way to look at it, but it helps me. I thought this was really, really a wonderful reply by Sarah with so much insight in it. And I just want to emphasize once again that every single human being honestly wants to sleep well. We all care. We all care about that. And if we think, oh, I have to make myself stop care, or I have to make myself not want it, it doesn't work. It's not honest. But when we can see, like Sarah says, that we can care and we can want it, but if it doesn't happen, we can, not be so hard on ourselves, not judge ourselves for that. And just anything that takes us from, this being kind of our everything, as she says, to being, something we want to happen. But if it doesn't, we're not super hard on ourselves. That really helps. So I thought it was a beautiful reply from Sierra there. And with that said, I want to wish you a beautiful weekend. I hope that you find everything you need on this channel to allow you to arrive where there's no more insomnia, you're living a free life, and you feel like yourself again. But if it's tricky, if you're not seeing quite how the pieces to the puzzle fit, and you're feeling some struggle there, and you like some guidance, support on the path to where you want to be, then of course, head over to our website, check out our coaching options. And if you decide to join, we look forward to seeing you on the other side. With that said, again, hope you have a wonderful weekend and look forward to having you back real soon. Bye for now.